Up next on the NBA Math Trade Deadline Primer is the Portland Trailblazers. Thanks to the strong play of dynamic backcourt duo CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard, the Blazers are a perennial playoff threat. But they've yet to make a push for elite status in the Western Conference, mainly because they haven't had a premier big man. General Manager Neil O'Shea has Jusuf Nurkic, a big man who he believes could be the next franchise cornerstone up front. Nurkic will be a free agent at the end of the season, and the Blazers want desperately to keep him. However, the Blazers are going to be capped out long term, and keeping him means that they're going to go into the luxury tax. That makes it an organizational imperative that the Blazers get beneath the tax this year, as they're currently projected to be almost $3 million over it. Being above the luxury tax multiple years in a row can cause greater financial penalties. Shedding $3 million this year to get beneath the luxury tax is much less costly than staying above it and having to pay a repeater tax in future years. So how does the organization duck the luxury tax this year while also keeping a team competitive for playoff seeding in the West? It probably means trading away some of their younger players or first-round picks. Portland currently has no outgoing obligations to other teams when it comes to first-round picks, and rookies Zach Collins or Caleb Swanigan could help get the Blazers a decent haul in return. Of course, trading one of those inexpensive rookies on their own doesn't do enough to get the Blazers beneath the luxury tax threshold. They would have to combine that pick with one of their more expensive veteran players. While anybody on the roster is pretty much susceptible to be traded except for McCollum and Lillard, both Ed Davis and Noah Vonleh being on expiring contracts make sense as targets for other teams. The Blazers know they won't keep either player beyond this season, so cashing out and trading them now for something of an asset or cap relief would be a positive for the organization. If O'Shea can manage to get beneath the tax this year and shed one of these 3 contracts, the Blazers will be in great shape for the long term. Why? They can add another player this summer thanks to the nearly $13 million trade exception they received from Alan Crabb. It seems inevitable that the Blazers will be in the luxury tax territory next season. If they're going to be there and mean what they say when they want to build a championship contender with Lillard, McCollum, and Nurkic, then this summer would be the great opportunity for the organization to be more aggressive via trade. But the focus right now should be getting beneath the luxury tax this season and perhaps clearing up a little bit of room to mitigate the long-term luxury tax damage that might be coming. If the Blazers really believe that this core is one worth going all in on in the future, then they should not hesitate to give up a couple of young assets or future first-round picks if it helps them clear space in the long term.